Fermented honey and garlic. Now with the Ball Fermentation Kit, can I set it and forget it?
I'm ready to make some fermented honey and garlic. But I don't want to do it the old-fashioned way where you have to burp it each day and check it and make sure that all the cloves of garlic are covered with honey. I want to do it the easy way. So I bought this Ball Fermentation lid and spring set. It comes with this lid that automatically lets the gas escape but does not let oxygen come in. And it has these springs that will keep your garlic pushed down where it'll stay below the honey.
Now I figured the lid would work, but had my doubts about the spring. Keep watching and don't make the very first mistake that I made.
So let's get started. Now I've already done like almost a little over half a jar. And what I did is, if all of you have worked with garlic, you know you just kind of mash it like that, peel it, and I'm going to cut off this root end, and even maybe the tip if it has already started sprouting. Now, if there are any bad spots, I'm just going to discard it altogether. I know a lot of people will go and cut off the bad part, but I'm not going to take a chance. Honey is too expensive, so I'm just going to just discard that particular clove. Okay, now I need raw natural honey. And it's just as simple as just filling your jar up with honey. And I'm going to let all that kind of get down to the bottom, and then I'll watch it and add some more. Now when you're doing any kind of fermentation, you want to make sure you have absolutely clean equipment. Now I boiled this jar for 10 minutes. I boiled my spring, I dipped my spring in hot water, and I dipped my lid in the hot water. I did not boil these. But we can see this is getting down there. Looks like it's down there pretty good. And I'm going to add more honey. I want to make sure it's about probably an inch above it. Okay, looks like everything's in there. I'm just going to take this spring, just kind of put it in there like that, and get my lid and screw it on. Now, it doesn't go all the way to the edge, so it looks like there's still some kind of poking up there. It really does not work when you're doing the garlic in the wide mouth jars, because when you put it in, you've got all the garlic that's coming up the sides.
I moved the garlic to a pint jar. Notice that the garlic comes through the bottom ring on top of the jar. Then I added honey to the jar. Now you need to be careful that the honey and garlic does not go above the bottom ring on top of the jar. This has too much honey and garlic in it. The honey will spill over when inserting the spring. Okay, I simply inserted the spring now and screwed on the fermentation lid. No more floating garlic. Now this is just right. Now I am ready to set it and forget it.
I'm going to put this either in a dark place in my pantry, or I'm going to cover it with a cloth. And this should be ready in about a month. 3 months would be better.
Okay, now what about the glass weights? Now I had heard about the glass weights for fermenting, and I could not find them at any of my local stores, so I had to order them off Amazon. Now you will have the same problem with the glass weights. You need enough garlic and honey to come to the bottom ring at the top of the jar. Now fermented honey and garlic is not just for the immune system, fighting colds, the flu, and other viruses. Honey and garlic both have a positive effects on the cardiovascular system, including blood pressure and cholesterol. Use fermented honey and garlic on injuries. Try a fermented honey and garlic face mask. And you might be an herbalist if you, as mom and dads, take care of your family's minor injuries and illnesses with herbs and other natural remedies. Like, subscribe, and share so you don't miss any of these natural remedies.